In today's episode of How Do You Do That? We're going to talk about call filters, service timers, and using them as parental controls. So let's get started. We go to RingPlus, and we're going to go to the top right corner and click on Sign In, and then select our preferred method of logging in. And we're going to go up here and click on the phone we want to manage. And we're going to scroll down our account page until we see call filters. So we're going to start with call filters. So call filters, and click on that. They basically let you set up filters for incoming and outgoing calls. You can block unwanted callers or ensure that only certain numbers can be called. So as you can see, I have no call filters right now. There's a white list and there's a black list, right? Blacklist are numbers that will not be allowed to call your phone. Whitelist, your phone will only be allowed to dial these numbers. So you can certainly see how these are really great for parental controls. So let's go do a call filter. So I'm going to add one and say I want to block the following number from calling me. So now I can do that for my own phone if I've got someone who's harassing me. But if I have my kid's phone on here, I can block certain phone numbers from calling my kids, which is great. So let's say it's just 555. And any time of day, depending on who it is. But even if it's their good friends and it's homework time, we say anytime between, and you set your times a day. So we're going to say anytime between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. Best friends can't be calling. That's homework time. Or, whatever. If you don't want certain people calling you at work during those times, you can set that filter up like that. And so this is a block. So we're going to add a new call filter. This time, we're only going to allow my phone to call the following number. Seems strange, right? You wouldn't want to do it to your own phone, but as a parent, it's great. You can ease your kids into the responsibility of having a cell phone. And so I could make it so that my kid's phone could only call my phone any time of day. Period. And it doesn't have to be that extreme. I can add a new filter, right? And I can keep building these white list and black list by going just backwards and forward through these two options. And you can just build up your lists. Certain people can't call during certain times of day. Otherwise, the phone is only allowed to call certain people certain times of day. So to see how that worked, like the first example was the phone can only call my phone or a certain phone number at any time. But let's just say it's a certain time of day kind of thing. So now the phone can only call, we can go through for each of their friends' numbers or each of your relatives' numbers or whatever's going on, and they can only call them between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. and that's it. That's the rule. Hands-free, it's set up. You control the account because within each RingPlus account you set up with your email and your password, you can have multiple phones in there. So you could have your phone and a kid's phone or a family member's phone. So it's a great feature all around. So now let's go up here in the top left corner. Well, let's go to the top right corner first and go to call filter settings. Now, basically, you have to just basically turn it on or off, right? So you can set those criterias up and then turn this off and on as you go. When you're done, you just click done. Now let's go back up to the name of my account and click on that. And I'm going to scroll back down to the bottom here and click on this button, service timers. And this is a little different than call filters. Call filters were phone calls, ingoing and outgoing, to and from a phone. Now we're going to be talking about over here, completely disabling SMS, MMS, or data. Okay, so these are just blocks of time, and in general, it's a good thing to do. It can be a good thing to do for a lot of reasons, but it's a really great parental control, again, if it's homework time or whatever the reason is. So we can block the SMS between, let's just leave it 6 and 6:30 a.m. for now, create the new timer. And then we're also going to block data from that time. And we're also going to block SMS at that time for whatever reason. And let's just make it also at night because it's homework time. And so we just block all the SMS. There'll be no texting during homework hours, no picture messaging, and no streaming or surfing the internet on your phone. And that's how that works right there. So just as a reminder, you have both your call filters for phone calls, traffic ingoing and outgoing, and you have your service timers for text and data. And that's how you do that.